we have two senior presentations today, beginning with Edie Herndon. I've had the distinct pleasure of knowing my friend and rower extraordinaire Edie Herndon since the first day of my 6th grade year. While the Edie I met that fateful day in English class has changed a great deal over the course of our friendship, her great, bright, devoted, and gregarious personality have endured. Please welcome Edie Herndon.
Thank you, Johnny, for the introduction. High school has given me a countless number of blessings in my time here, but looking back, what stands out the most to me are the people. My parents are the most loving, supportive, and kind people you could come across. My mom is my best friend. Her comforting hugs are unmatched, and her loud laughter will always make me smile. She's the kind of mom to roll down her window at me and whistle before yelling, "Hey, hot stuff," as I'm walking into school just to show her love for me. And my dad is my biggest supporter. He puts an effort to always be present and to always have dinner ready when I get home. He's the kind of dad to sit through my shopping sprees as I painstakingly try on every article of clothing, responding with comments like, "Wow," or "Fancy." Having learned as much as I have from my parents, the most important lesson I've learned is that a loving family is possibly the most important thing a person can have in their life. My brother has taught me a separate set of lessons. He's an extremely motivated and dedicated athlete, which is reflected through his daily efforts to get better. Like his yoga sessions on the floor while watching football, or his collection of recovery equipment, the most interesting being his at-home inflatable sauna. I have never met someone who takes his sport and recovery so seriously. He is truly an inspiration. A few years ago, I remember talking to him about how I wanted to start taking rowing more seriously. He said, "Well, the only person that's going to get you there is yourself. You have to put in the work, you have to self-motivate." As nice as it can be to rely on others, at the end of the day, only you can control the outcome. I know this sounds like an extreme and maybe aggressive mindset, but it has really changed my perspective on being an athlete. Of course, my team and coaches have taught me so much about being an athlete, of course my team and coaches play a massive role in my rowing journey, but Hunter taught me that if I ever wanted to be better, I'd have to work extra hard in practice, take extra care of my body outside of practice, and put in an extra amount of work. Not only Hunter's relationship with his sport, but also his relationship with God has guided me throughout my high school years. When I need advice, I can trust Hunter to say the right thing. I often think the teachers at Baylor are underappreciated by the student body. They're more than just educators, they're mentors, friends, and role models. To name one example, Mr. Irvin. Yes, Mr. Irvin is an incredible teacher, but he also was happy to listen, I think, to me and Alicia's daily venting all year last year and responded to our repetitive remarks with words of encouragement or uplifting jokes to ease our stress. In one of my encounters with Mr. Irvin at the Atlanta airport, he entertained me as he was just returning from a trip with his stories of hiking 15 miles each day in Switzerland. Mr. Irvin is just one example of our many amazing teachers that have a story to tell, so take the time to connect with them. Of course, I could talk about all of my teachers in my time here, like my joyous advisor, Mrs. Wolf, the amazingly talented Mr. Oakes, Dr. Herrera, who feeds my love for science, the loving French department, and Coach Jules, who has sculpted me into the athlete that I am, but I simply would not be able to fit all the things I love about them in this speech. If you should take one thing away from my speech, it is that you should put an effort to have relationships with your teachers. I promise you will take so much more away from your Baylor experience and learn what amazing and talented adults we have guiding us on our high school journey. Lastly, the people, your friends, that you surround yourself with are extremely important when deciding what kind of person you want to be. It wasn't until the end of freshman year that Parker, Gussie, and I realized the value of our friendship. The thing about Parker, Gussie, and I is that we are all very different. We are of different backgrounds, different beliefs, and even different core values. Our conversations, as you can imagine, often lead to contradicting points on varying subjects, but that's how we like it. Seeing through a different lens or a different perspective has helped shift my outlook on life to being more conscious of the things happening around me. Although we may not agree with each other sometimes, we've built a bond based on respect and open conversation. My friendship with them has helped me understand that embracing diversity of thought makes you a stronger and more open-minded person. As I look back on my time at Baylor, I see that it was the relationships I built along the way that have shaped me the most. The love and wisdom of my family, the guidance and mentorship from my teachers, and the growth I've experienced with my friends have all contributed to the person I am today. In the days to come, remember to take the time to build connections with the people around you, because those connections will shape the person you become. Thank you.